You're listening to the Precision Shooting Podcast, discussing all aspects of precision and long-range rifle shooting. This episode is brought to you by Impact Dynamics. And now, over to your hosts.
Hello and welcome to the Precision Shooting Podcast. My name is Rusty. We are episode number 101. This is Precision Shooting 101. Greg, over there, how are you?
Good, self.
Good, mate. I thought I'd go with introducing you first up because Andrew stole my spot last time. Andrew, how are you doing?
That's all right until you just cut me down then.
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. Well, you should feel better. We'll get into how everyone's doing, but we put a poll out on Facebook about who should intro the show from now on. And I don't know if you guys saw the results at all.
I did.
Yeah. Andrew was watching closely, were you, Andrew?
Yeah, I was trying to rig it somehow, but I'm too stupid with computers. So.
Well, we sort of did rig it because Facebook only lets us do a poll as a Facebook page for 2 results. So I did put on there that if you are wanting the man with the golden tonsils to do the intros, you need to make a comment. And we only got 2 comments, Greg.
Good.
Right, so it hasn't really taken a hit to your self-confidence.
It's your job.
Well, funny that because the results are in and the results went 30 votes in and the results are 50-50, 15 each. Except I looked a little closer at the results and there's been some voting tampering because Andrew has voted and I'm not sure that's allowed.
You didn't stipulate it at the start.
I'm not sure that's allowed.
Who did I vote for?
You voted for me.
Oh, well, there you go. You should be
So you have
thankful.
to strike that from the record, which means Andrew has come out on top with 15 results to Andrew,
hang on.
14 to me, and 2 to Greg.
That's basically unfair to the person whose vote you're striking off.
I'm quite okay with that. So I look forward to Andrew doing all future intros from here on in.
Okay, I'll do them. You may regret it.
Can't wait. So stay tuned for episode 103 for that one, actually. Good. All right, gents. It's been ages since episode 100. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that all that you've done? That's all that we've had going on?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
good. Excellent.
I'm still waiting for my thermal.
Still waiting thermal. What are you
Yep.
waiting for, Greg?
I need a carbon fibre barrel
Okay,
I'm waiting for one of them too.
good.
and a set of range-finding bongos.
If any of our Patreon sponsors are listening, they can send those things through.
Don't limit it to your Patreon supporters, mate. If you're gonna
Problem
pick
is-
up some stuff.
Whenever you knock one thing off the list, you add something to the bottom of it. So it's
I usually find you add 2 things to the
Yeah.
bottom.
It's like when
One
you
step-
buy a gun to fill a caliber gap, you actually create 2 more gaps either side of it.
Not wrong at all. What I remember from last episode was so long ago. Andrew, you were going on a fishing competition. I assume you won.
Yeah.
a bold assumption.
Well, at least you won the vote. You won one thing. How did the fishing competition work out for you?
I drank a lot of beer.
So you won.
Yes, that was the aim of the competition. I got bitten by some big ants
Okay,
and
good.
I caught a redfin.
Nice.
Mm.
Good.
Yeah, let's move on.
Right. Greg, you went away on the weekend, which we were meant to go away, but for
Yeah.
various reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did a dads and kids weekend. So
Mhm.
just took the kids out and just focused on them doing cool stuff outdoors.
Outdoor
so
stuff.
it's like motorbikes and fires and
Yeah.
it went really well. So,
Nice.
Yeah, sort of really nice weekend.
You know what? I really like that you are so passionate about seeing that happening because we need kids to be doing more of that outdoor gear, don't we?
Yeah, and they just once you get them out there, they just love it. They,
Mm.
they might whinge in the car on the way out there, but once they're there,
Oh yeah.
they absolutely love it.
Well, we were meant to be going, and I ruined my back, and it all came to a halt on Friday night, and so I really struggled to be able to actually get there. And my daughter, I actually said to her, "We can't go." She said, "I don't care." And I thought, no, you did. And then she saw some photos of the
Yeah.
quad bikes and the trikes, and she cared. So you
Yeah,
definitely can.
yeah.
So yeah, that was a shame we couldn't get there, but no doubt a good thing and something I'm sure you encourage all our listeners to get out and do.
That's it. Share with your kids, share your knowledge, share your love of the bush and all things shooting and hunting. And they love it.
Well, I've been on the back of a gun show pandemonium. I did my big drive from Adelaide to Perth to Melbourne, and back to Adelaide for 3 gun shows, and it was full on, but good.
Just sort of, I guess, for people that don't live in Australia, that's a long drive. That's a lot of driving. That's sort of east to west coast of the US and back, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, I covered 7,500 k's approximately, which is about a bit shy of 5,000 miles. 4,660 something miles.
0.284 miles.
284. Nice. So 4,660 and 7 mil miles. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it was a long way. I got told that the Nullarbor was horrible, by the way. Someone told me the Nullarbor was horrible. I quite enjoyed driving across that. I was by myself and just cruised through it, and it was fairly good.
What was good about it?
It was nowhere near as horrible and dead straight and boring as I was told it was going to be on the way over. And then I drove back.
So similar to going to Darwin from Adelaide, or
better, I think.
better?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. But then on the way back, it sucked. Yep.
That was because you were heading towards Victoria at that stage.
Yeah.
Some would argue that I was heading towards South Australia first, but I like your way of seeing it. But no, on the way back is seeing it all. So it was a bit more boring on the way back, to be fair. So whoever told me that the Nullarbor was completely boring and rubbish and full of nothing,
Probably a truck driver that does it 2 times a week.
yeah, I was going to say clarify and just say on the second time you do it, it was terrible. But there's a whole golf course along there. It's the longest golf course in the world. Have you been aware of that?
Nah.
No.
Nope.
Basically, every town that you stop at has a hole. And so there's 18 stops along the way. I think it was 18. And so from Ceduna to Norseman, there is holes all the way through, and you take your golf clubs and away you go. You smack balls around all the way across the Nullarbor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Good idea.
Yeah, if I had more time and wasn't hightailing it across the Nullarbor, I would have probably not done it because I'm not good at golf. But if someone else was with me, I probably would have stopped and had a laugh. Yeah.
There you go.
If I wasn't driving, it would have been every hole would have been the 19th, I reckon. Stop every time. That would have been far more interesting. And last week we recorded a podcast for the Hunting HQ boys that you didn't become a part of, Craig.
No, I was a bit crook. The old golden tonsils were playing up, but
Downgraded to silver for the night, were they?
yeah,
I didn't know it was. I heard you just couldn't afford the fee, Sam.
Hey, it wasn't my podcast. The boys were just in here using the room, so that was good. If you're not a fan of, that sounds harsh. If you're not familiar with Hunting HQ and you don't listen to them regularly, you should, and definitely that was an interview with a couple of really, really experienced hunters, and yeah, highly suggest you check out that one. It'll be up probably about the time this podcast goes up, and yeah, check it out on Hunting HQ as well. We also have some plans for some crossover podcasts coming up, and we may still get that one around the fire that we recorded a while ago out again.
oh my god,
That was a while ago.
I know, it was a while ago. I'm about to actually drop a podcast from nearly 12 months ago as well. I've had audio problems and I can't fix them, but might just put it out there anyway because me and Butters got into an argument. So that's always amusing. Be good. What else is happening? In the next few weeks, there's a few matches on in the country. We'll get onto the club stuff shortly, but there's the Victorian Service Rifle, Precision Service Rifle final Victorian match on next weekend, or this weekend, which I was meant to be going to, and until my back probably won't handle 16 hours of driving over 2 days in a match. So I'm not going. But it would be wonderful if you can get there, although I think it's probably close to full. And a couple of weeks after that is the PRS finale in Buchan in East Gippsland.
At least it won't be cold this time.
Yeah, we say that, but who knows? It won't be as cold for sure. Absolutely. It's There is the Impact Dynamics calendar, which is listing all the matches. And I think this weekend there's like 3 or 4 matches around the country, which is really good. But we will cover off on a few clubs popping up around there. I wanted to get a reaction out of you guys. I know you've seen this story, but this came out today. Whomever is close by, do you want to give us a summary of this news story that I think is very relevant to the shooting community?
I think the general gist of it is Bunnings. Obviously, Bunnings sausages are a staple of most men in this country's diet.
For our overseas listeners, Bunnings is like a hardware store.
Huge hardware store.
Huge.
Anyway, the OH&S Nazis, I guess you'd call them, have decided that because the onions which they serve may pose a tripping hazard, you now have to put the onions on the bread first, then the sausages, instead of the sausage, then the onions. It's basically like sacrilege, really.
It's bloody pathetic.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I did see a good joke today.
Only in the city. Only in the city.
Well, it'll be national, that one.
Ugh.
What do you call 2 pieces of onion on the ground at Bunnings?
Pair of slippers.
Yeah, nicely done. Well played. Well played. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is outrage. Andrew, any other comments on onion falling on the floor and cheering against it?
I've got a lot, but they're not really suitable for...
Give us a go. Give us a blast, mate.
Nah, because you'd just be bleeped out.
I'm okay with that. A lot of Canada going on. Beep, beep.
No, I think Bunnings is just a bunch of basically.
Stick a Canada on that.
Oh, good. Well, that was exciting. Shot Expo. I don't know if you guys are caught up with what's happening with Shot Expo, but
I've heard a few contradictory things, but you might be able to be in the know.
Oh, only so much that the guys the group behind actually putting the event on, Exhibitors Group, have gone into liquidation. Won't speculate too much on all the circumstances because there definitely seems to be 2 different sides. But at the moment, we don't know what's happening with the future of Shot Expos in this country.
Or people's deposits.
Or people's deposits who have paid for that. Well, we do know what's happening with people's deposits is they can follow through on the liquidators and go through that process, which is potentially very disappointing.
Yes.
But the show itself, which is, I've already got the ones written up for next year on my calendar. They're pretty high point of the year for me getting around the country. And Greg, I know you usually make your way to at least one of them.
Yeah, and they've been going up in size over the last couple of years. It's been really impressive. So for this to happen, it's been a really sharp blow in the guts, not just for SSAA, because it hurts their brand, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, true.
Because, there's a stack of exhibitors that probably, aren't making a ton of money, that are probably going to lose money, and they're not going to be awfully quick to come back.
Yeah.
So, it's going to hurt them. And it's going to hurt the turnout if any of these shows are cancelled. But I hope to see all the shows continue as normal.
Yeah.
You'd imagine someone would have to pick it up. But like you said, Greg, there's a lot of the smaller exhibitors that may not get most or any of their deposits back and things like that.
Yeah.
They're going to be, I have no idea.
A lot of them have paid for more than one show in advance.
That's all right.
Not just...
So, you can understand them going, well, we're not going to fork out again.
No, or if they go in these things, they ain't going to pay up till the day it goes on.
Yeah, well, to give our listeners an understanding, a 3 metre by 3 metre stand at a show like that is about $1,700. And
a lot of people get multiple stands.
Yeah, that's the smallest stand you can
get. It's the smallest stand,
yeah.
So I would normally, and for my little brands, we get about 2 of those. So you're talking about $3,400 per show. So it's an interesting scenario that we find ourselves in at the moment. I hope someone does pick it up. I hope the shows do honour. Whoever picks it up is in a position to be able to give some relief to those who have paid deposits, even though different entities. But there some goodwill going forward. And we do see shows come back like that because I think it's good overall for the industry. It's good.
It's been fantastic.
Good.
And watching it grow over the last few years where I've been more involved than usual. It's been
you would-
good to see.
You would think the SSAA are going to have to do something in this situation. They
I-
can't expect that an outside event management entity coming in is going to pick up the slack from
Nah.
lost deposits and that sort of thing. So
They won't contract against that.
Yeah, I do believe that the brand of the show is still owned by SSAA. You would think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So that would be my guess anyway. And we see, but from an that sounds wrong, insider point of view, but from an industry point of view, the connections that are made, the deals that are done there, and from the meetings that happen over not just one show, but from show to show to show, you get to know these people, and there's been really good things that have come out of those interactions that have benefited the average shooter. And it would be really sad to see that go. So anyway, a bit of laments for Shot Expo. We've usually done some updates around it or whatever it is, but at the moment we don't know what's going on. I don't know. So on a lighter note, America 30, who you guys are probably familiar with. I'm sure, Greg, they released a podcast today. By the looks of
did they?
things.
Yeah, righto.
So that's good.
Yeah, no, they're a good crew. They're pretty knowledgeable.
Absolutely.
Into the Mountains is one of the guys' YouTube channels. He does really good YouTube videos on deer hunting in New Zealand and Samba.
Well, obviously they're also connected to Beyond the Divide, the TV show.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm not. I haven't got all the links and stuff. I'm sure we'll chuck them in the show notes. The links for the podcast that they're putting together. They're putting together an audio and video podcast, which is cool. And which brings me to further news. Is that our podcasts are going to turn into some video aspect. I know we do have a YouTube channel. I've been ignoring it significantly. Actually, I'm going to put forward the reason. I'm up to a episode connected to Butters, and I'm waiting on some footage for Butters, and I've been waiting on that footage.
Gee, that name just keeps coming up
for a while.
What's going on there?
And I'd really like to see that footage to be able to put the next episode up. Anyway, but I'm sure as soon as I get that footage, then I'll be like 35 episodes that I'm holding it up for. But anyway, I'll get onto that. But I've got a camera coming that should be able to film us all going on. So that will be interesting to see, and we'll be able to do little snippets and other bits and pieces. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll have a makeup department come in. Simo's doing makeup for us.
It's a big job right there.
I might just operate the camera because
I'm usually off the camera.
I've got a face for radio, a face for audio.
Perfect for audio. So anyway, a little bit of that should be good fun. So that's coming through. Have you guys heard of Arse?
There's many appropriate jokes rushing into my mind all at once. But
I have never heard of it, so please inform me.
Right. Well, as far as I know, that's the probably incorrect pronunciation of the American Rifle Series. Arse. Have you guys seen this at all?
Clearly not.
Let me bring it up. So the American Rifle Series is a new rifle series kicking off in America. Funny that. And, they're there to take on the likes of the NRL and PRS. And you'll be able to find them on Facebook, ARS or American Rifle Series on Facebook. It's probably my favourite Facebook page at the moment. It's my favourite Facebook page at the moment.
Why is that?
Well, for example, they're going through some infographics for some of their rules. So muzzle brakes are illegal in the American Rifle Series because they're noisy, they cause accuracy loss, they kill the velocity, they look dumb, and they ask the question, are you an 8-year-old girl? And they want no muzzle brakes because it's pleasant to be around. It's a quarter of a minute all day long. It's an extra 10% feet per second. Looks heaps better, and it's for real men.
Right.
Another example is when first round hits matter, don't trust your life to whiz-bang computers that aren't even close most of the time. Trust the only thing that matters, the ammo box. Just for another reason we require competitors to use factory ammo. Use all the data on the box is what you're required to do.
I'm just checking it's not April the 1st.
Yeah, I was just...
And then they've just announced one of their big Mastodon Sniper Challenge. The only person who hates you more than yourself is our match director, which I piss myself laughing at. The world's first unlimited round count and unlimited stages match. Last team alive wins. Exact location will be unknown until 24 hours before match start. It will be held somewhere in Chicago. Expect to walk at least 60 miles with all the gear you need to survive. This will be a lost brass and lost shooter match. This is an outlaw style match where you may have to trespass or steal to survive. No rules. Teams will be drug tested at the end of the match and it will count 4 points. Max distance 130 yards. Just going through a couple of the clarifications. Denim shorts are a instant disqualification. The question was asked, will we be receiving or losing points based on the drug tests? And the answer was yes. So for those of you playing along at home who haven't already jumped on your phone and looked up American Rifle Series, it's a fantastic piss take. It's quite amusing, and I think the funniest part of it is all the people who sort of think it's a legit series and just the comments that are made.
It should be. That challenge is read out would be awesome.
They're probably seeing red over some of these posts.
Absolutely. So it's the final scores for a particular match. Everyone plays first, and they're all on 100 points. Except someone came 10th and they're on 99.9. All the names are piss takes, and it's quite good fun. Quite good fun. Kestrels are illegal because you have to use BDC turrets. So I can't wait to shoot in the American Rifle Series. I'm trying to hook up a match when I'm over there in next year.
We need to start the equivalent here, the Australian Rifle Series.
Oh, it can also be Arse.
Yeah.
You better get onto Arse.
Australian Rifle Series Enterprises. There you go.
get onto Arse. Sort of like the Australian space research, whatever they were called. Anyway.
Right.
Oh, you don't know?
Right.
You asked me about this the other day.
Did I? How drunk was I?
I found the sticker, Australian Research and Space Exploration. It's our new our Space Force. So anyway, if you want a load of a laugh, check out American Rifle Series. I'm sure we'll become illegal in the rules. No listening to podcasts or something along those lines. It would be good fun. Clubs, there's more and more clubs popping up, shooting practical rifle sort of stuff, which is good to see. Of course, we all know about Darwin. Butters. Need that footage, mate. And
he's too busy killing cane toads with golf clubs.
Millmerran and Darling Downs up in Queensland. Another one started in Queensland, Bickerton Rifle Club. I don't know where any of these places are. They're in Queensland, so just that narrows it down. Queensland's not that big, is it?
No, it's smaller than the ACT.
Yeah, pretty much everything is next to each other. So anyway, you guys should be getting to all those matches if you live in Queensland. Silverdale in Sydney, for all those Sydney siders going, oh, where's our matches? There is a rimfire match that happens at Silverdale. That's about all they can do at this stage. But anyway, we've got our club is into our third. We had our third weekend here in Adelaide at Monado. So I highly suggest coming along. If you are local, we're having an open weekend in December, first weekend in December. If you want to come and give it a go, it's club environment's really good fun. Really good fun. So seeing all sorts of shooters, actually a lot of country lads coming in, seeing it and going, oh, actually I don't mind this type of target shooting, who are pretty, they rock up there to say, oh, I just want to, can I zero my gun? We're like, yeah, totally, mate, of course. And then they usually sort of hang around to see the comp, but they're like, oh, no, I'm not a comp shooter, mate. I'm not interested in shooting paper. You go, oh, it's steel. And they're like, yeah, but I'm not interested in target shooting. Then they see it in effect and they go, oh, when's the next time you're doing this? This looks pretty good. So, yeah, that's make sure you get along. It's good.
When Tika finally get their rifles into people's hands here, I'll attend one of the rimfire shoots.
Hey, there you go.
What's the rumour there?
Some stage in the next decade, we're expecting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, before
I've already got the rail and a replacement bolt shroud ready to go. Got the scope ready to go. Got the rings ready to go. I just
it's all
lacking
laid
on the
out
rifle.
on the bench. Yeah,
just lacking the one little part of the equation there.
Good. The other one is guys over at Little River. in Victoria. There is some talk of a club starting up there sometime in 2019, I believe. So stay tuned. We will definitely, actually, if you're interested in that, get in touch with me and I'll put you in touch with the guys over there who are putting that together. Hey, Patreon supporters, how did you guys go tonight signing 40 stickers?
I got RSI.
Greg normally uses a stamp or has somebody do it for him, but yeah.
So for our Patreon supporters, who I think can see us at the moment as well.
God.
Can't be anyone actually watching, surely.
Probably not. Let's check in to see if they are. Oh yeah, they can definitely hear us. So our Patreon supporters, we did tell you that there were stickers and mugs coming. We decided for some reason to sign the stickers to ruin them for you. So we've signed a bunch of stickers, and they are on their way to you tomorrow, probably. So you get a signed. We'll give you a couple of fresh ones so that you can sign them yourself, or copy our signatures, or just have a proper sticker without graffiti on it. But anyway, so Patreon supporters. The other thing that happened on Patreon though. We did our impact reading.
That's right.
Oh dear.
We did. So for those who, this is, Greg, do you want to give us a rundown of what it was?
Yeah, so basically we read, what was the book? Impact, was it? By, what was his name?
Impact. Rodney Mays.
Bloody good book. And we completely ruined it by drinking way too much and then reading it.
Yeah.
So, pretty much over to you. But yeah, damn good book.
Well, if you
completely ruined by us. Yeah, in conclusion. Thank you.
I don't think you really answered the question there.
Yeah, what was the question?
I don't remember what the answer or the question was.
You put a copy of the book up as a prize for the best impact call that's listeners submitted.
I thought
Is that what you're talking about?
Not at all. But
maybe I just Greg was on the money. I missed it.
Yeah,
He was on the
Greg's
money.
always on the money.
That's right.
I'm the money man.
So we did that and we put it up to our Patreon supporters. And so if you are a Patreon supporter, if you want to sign up, you can do it. I have a little teaser for those who haven't heard it. This is our 3-minute rundown of what happened. Actually, it's a 3:08-minute rundown.
Must be good. How long did we actually read for anyway?
Not telling.
4 hours or something.
Felt like 8.
All right, here we go. Doesn't say Pythagoras's. Oh, yeah, it does.
Pythagoras's. He's not left-handed. He'll get it.
Made his way in. Welcome, Greg.
Welcome.
Finished counting your money.
Yeah, it took a while.
You want to jump in there, Andrew?
I'll fire it up.
You can go for a short run.
No, I haven't thought about that.
Or do a set of weightlifting.
No.
Or push-ups.
No. This is sometimes referred to as
Crosswind.
Crosswind jump.
Let's rip it apart without all the facts.
If you find your dry fire routine is getting a bit dry,
Let's all get all Hunting HQ on it.
I was going to say, you said he was Canadian.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, you know, Deadpool uses Canada as a swear word.
Don't blame Rodney for this.
No, that's not his fault at all. That's Wild Turkey Rare's fault.
Wind.
Pardon you.
On this page.
There he is. You ruined it. The people have turned their page too early.
Okay,
prematurely gone off with your impacts.
Back it up.
Same reason you got lots of kids.
90-degree wind at 45 degrees.
This is something off Russell Coit. It really is.
Remembering your holds. Australian
Woo!
Drink some beer.
Yeah. It's a mathematical fact.
Really shut your pie hole. You'll find out.
Oh, keep talking.
I just found blue tack in my hair. Try again.
Back it up a little bit.
Beep.
But if you don't have to move...
Weapon manipulation.
What I like here is directly quoted The Sopranos.
A first round
fist.
bolt handle.
You make a
There's